put a comment at the bottom.
Shut up. Welcome
No.
to the Epic Travel Podcast. I'm your host, Epic Phill, and I know I was going to talk about Universal on this episode, but things have changed. I'm having problems with the computer. I've got to reinstall everything, but you don't care about that. So, welcome. And on this episode, we're talking Halloween Horror Nights. So, my co host from the podcast, Halloween Horror Event, Simon's with me. So, Phill, cue your own damn music. Okay, welcome back. I am Phill, and I hope you're all good. This is, as you know from earlier, this is my co-host Simon. I am noticing a few little problems with my green screen today. The lighting's just not working properly, but that doesn't matter. And doesn't bother you. Now, this is Simon. He's also going to Orlando, Florida. So, Simon, hello, mate. How you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah, it was just I don't know what we're talking about. I think you just said last minute. Come on, so we're doing it. All on a
We are
whim.
We are talking about your holiday and specifically Halloween Horror Nights. So, as I said, I wanted to get guest on, and
Right.
Simon, as he is a podcaster himself, on a massive Halloween horror events podcast. So, if you're not listening, you're missing out. By the way, um,
Yeah, on all good podcast apps and YouTube.
yes, there
Halloween
you go,
horror events.
people.
Simple.
So, Simon, you are going to Orlando, Florida this year. I know that. When did you start going to Orlando, Florida? We're not going too far back in time, but we'll quickly get into that.
First time 2008. Plain and simple. Went 2008, then 2010, 11, 12, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Couldn't,
Did you?
no,
Was
no,
that
we
COVID?
couldn't do 21, 22, 24, 25, and again next year as well. Quite a bit.
Fantastic. Yes, people, while we're here, don't forget to give me the best review you can give me on any podcast app out there. I think we're on Apple and Spotify now. I can't be bothered with the rest of them, to tell you the truth. Also on YouTube, give the video a like and comment and subscribe to me. This also helps push the videos out for more people. So, your love obviously is Orlando, like myself, Simon. You've had the addiction longer than me, and things like that. So you've stayed in
Yeah,
loads of different hotels and that, haven't you?
yeah. I've stayed on International Drive. I've stayed on site at Disney, on site at Universal. Uh, outside of technically Disney, but outside of on the hotels that are on Disney property that are not owned by Disney, which I do actually currently have, and I'll hold my hands up. I do have a timeshare over there as well, which does make things a lot cheaper, especially since when I bought it. And yeah, I just go whenever it's possible and whenever I can afford it. And I go, don't just go in September as well. I do go different times of the year. So, and the last one I've just been on is June. Never again. It's too hot.
Too
Well,
hot for him, people. What's obviously because obviously you went out there. Where did you stay for that one? You had two hotels, didn't you?
when
June.
in June.
Yes.
Um,
He was at the
yes,
Ramada.
I stayed at Ramada Plaza on International Drive, and I stayed at the Helios Grand for one night in a theme park view room, and
Fantastic.
it was
What I
epic.
saw, yeah, them views look fantastic. By the way, he actually made me a vlog for Epic Field Travels. If you want to have a tour of that room, you can do it. Go and check it out on there. Obviously, it's this channel. If you're watching on YouTube, it makes it a lot easier. Go and check it out. So he did Epic Universe and all that stuff. You did Epic when it just opened. What was your first thoughts, just quickly?
First of all, it was definitely at the sites of a new park. It had issues. It did have problems. That's understandable. It only been open a couple of weeks. How anyone expects a brand new theme park to run completely smoothly from the first day of opening is an absolute idiot. But yeah, I think it went well enough for what I expected. I didn't expect it to be 100% perfect, but it does need a bit more work, and it definitely does need some more attractions. But there is more than enough there for a full day visit at least. But I would say do two to get the good feel of all of it. Personally, that's
And
what
I
we did.
will bring that up on the next episode properly, but I have booked 2 days for Epic. Obviously, the next episode will be about what me and my family are planning to do. What's a good segue? Because Simon is going again this year, almost the same dates as me. So Simon, don't obviously say dates and
Yeah.
that, but you're going in September, aren't you?
Going September, I will be away for a number of weeks and I'll be staying in two different resorts.
And where them resorts be?
Will be the Sapphire Falls, which will be a
Love
first
that
time.
resort.
Never stayed there. And then I'll be staying at the Vista Cay by Millennium, which is literally a stone's throw away from Epic Universe.
So
You
what is
can
Vista
see it
K
from
like? Is it
Vista Cay.
like,
It
is it a
is
hotel
condos.
apartments?
It's condo apartments. I think they have studios, one bedroom, two, three. I think go up to four bedroom townhouses. I think we've got a three-bedroom condo. They are timeshare owned and are run by Wyndham. Wyndham is the company I've got my timeshare with, and Vista K itself, and obviously people who own them rent them out as well. So you've got a mixture of them all together, and it just I'm using my points this year because it's that time of year where I have to use my points this year. So this year is a just a flights only kind of thing.
Oh, in case you don't know, me and Simon are like Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. We're frenemies, if you didn't realize.
Yeah,
That's a wrestling joke if you watch
wherever
wrestling.
he goes, I have to go, but I'm trying to avoid it the best I can.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing to say you've got that. You've booked a car for this one, haven't you? I'll pick up truck or
Yes,
something
it's
like
the
that.
first time I hired a car on the last trip in June, and I'm hired one for this one. Just because where we're staying, it's free parking. If I ever do stay when I do stay on site, I don't pay. I don't usually get a hire car. It's just costs too much in parking. But this year I do have a hire car, and I've got a.
Brilliant.
I will rub it in like everybody else does. I do have the preferred annual pass for Universal. Not sorry. I have the Premier pass for Universal. So I get preferred parking or valet parking for free, doing air quotes, and I get express after 4 p.m., which is a
And
good, actual little perk.
he also will be going to the shots for me to get me discount on my merch. I
Won't
hope.
be doing that. Universal, I will not be doing that. If you watch this, I am not doing that. I promise.
Shut up, Universal. Everyone does it.
Yeah, we know.
Shut up, Universal. I'm in charge. I'm Epic. Your theme park's named after me. Sorry, I just did a quick edit. The podcast we do, because Simon thinks I don't advertise the podcast, what it's called the Halloween Horror Events Podcast, as we said earlier, otherwise shortenly known as HHE Podcast.
He's only putting his plugs in because I've actually told him to do it.
No, he was moaning that I do plugs for Epic Phill Travels all the time on our podcast. So
No,
having a bit of
I just
fun.
roll my eyes and forget you stop listening when you start doing that. Now.
But on the right, let's get this a bit more fun
Go.
now, people. So, Simon, before we get any further into your
Yeah.
holiday, have you got anything funny you can remember from an Orlando trip before? Like, it's just so comical. It always makes you giggle when you think about it. Because I always like to hear
Uh,
other people's stories.
well, it was actually the first year we went, and I know you're probably expecting this to be a story about Julie, but it's not. It's actually a couple who we met over there. It would end up being one of her birthdays. It was her
Swingers.
birthday. Well, no, her and her boyfriend Jonathan and Amy. It was Amy's birthday. She just turned 21,
Ooh,
but we
very
had been
cool.
drinking for most of the holiday with them before she turned 21. They were on a backpacking trip all over the US and they were on the final bit. So they're going to Miami after a few days of staying in Orlando where we were staying. And it was her birthday night and she decided to have a few drinks with the bar staff as well. I think he was actually called Phill as well,
Top man, top
I
man.
think. And it ended up we were just leaving to go because we were staying at it was called the Sunset Resort, Sunset Palms or something. It was on American Way, which is near that big pointy, round circle hotel. Near where the Gator Golf is. It's around that area.
Yes, I can't
Mm.
remember its name now. I know it so well. I see it
Yeah,
every year. I go
seasons
past it. Four
points at
seasons.
sea. Yeah, it was around that area where we were staying. We said, right, good night. We're going to go to sleep. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and obviously with them, it's a motel. So we're walking up the stairs, and then all we hear is, "What the fuck are you doing?" Next minute, all you hear is splash. Amy, John, and that Phil all decide to jump into the pool, stark bollock naked.
And Phil worked there.
Yeah, not that Phill, not the Phill on it, but that Phill there.
Oh no, that would
Uh,
be like Halloween
who,
Horror Nights if I did it. Ooh.
and then, yeah, they decided to get dressed and then go to Denny's around the corner
As you
because they
do
were
in, of
hungry.
course you do. That's what you do when you're drunk in America. You go to Denny's.
Yeah. We were just walking up the stairs and we were just walking to our room and we just saw them just jump in the pool and then they just said, right, screw it, we're going to Denny's. And just went to Denny's with the clothes in their arm and then started getting dressed as they're walking down.
Did you go with 'em?
No, we were going to bed, it was too tight.
Oh
Well,
dear, that's actually quite funny though. I'd love to
yeah.
have seen that. I had something sort of not well, not so. We was at the other Ramada, funny enough, on the rooftop bar. My mate Kev, who used to work there, he was the bar staff. We had a couple, we had an American couple. I would say they were around 21, 23-ish maybe, and they were quite drunk when I was up there. I'm chatting away to him, and all of a sudden his girlfriend turns around and goes to me, God, your voice is so sexy. I love the British accent. I will take you to the hotel room now. I'm looking at him like, I better get my head smashed in here. And he goes, stuff you with that voice. I'll take him as well. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I automatically went back to my room at that point, and we had a
You
great
don't
night.
leave your key.
I didn't go with him. I
You,
didn't go with him.
you don't give me your key. You don't give me your key card.
No, 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 no. They never saw him again. But yeah, so that was a
Yeah.
good thing. So, people, me and Simon do have something a lot in common. And that's why we're doing this one today. I want to talk about Halloween Horror Nights, hence why we did a
Yes.
podcast. So
Yeah.
we're going to get into this. Simon, I'm going to kind of let you lead yourself here into this bit. What do you want to talk about Horror Nights, this year's
Um,
event? We don't want to give too much details because if you want loads of details, you go and check out the podcast.
I think it's one of those. It's a lot of people hear Halloween Horror Nights and they think it's all blown, full blown chainsaws, ghosts, gore. It's not all about that. We've been going to the event since
It's about getting
2008.
pissed.
Well, yeah, that's a big part of it. But we started going in 2008. It was completely. I know I'm backtracking here, but it was a completely on a whim. We went to what you probably don't even remember anybody when you went to go see your holiday rep. Remember them days when you used to go to your holiday meeting before you started your holiday? We
Like a
went
Jet
to
2
ours.
holiday.
No, it was actually with Ertos, I think it was who we booked it with originally.
How's it go, Jet 2
And
holiday? Darling, hold my hand.
well, it's got yeah, that song's got a different meaning now. Uh,
It is if you've seen the American deportation
yeah,
video.
yeah, exactly. But we went to the Festival Bay Mall, which is now Deserland, I think it is now, or Deezerland.
Yes, correct.
Um, we went there for our meeting, and some representatives from Halloween Horror Nights were there. And I still think it was Mike ALO, but I can't be 100% because I didn't. My memory's good. It's 20 odd years ago nearly now, so my brain's just gone, and I've had a lot of alcohol since. But we got tickets for 4 nights, and it was like $69 for the 4 nights. And then we went to Halloween Horror Nights, not knowing anything about it. And we loved it because it's not just about the horror, it's not just about the scares, it's about meeting people and sitting down and talking. We ended up talking more times than anything with people we didn't even know about the event. And it's like a community. A bit like what you're doing with this when you're listening to these podcasts. You're trying to get insights from the hosts, and we're trying to give you a little bit of what we feel. But when it comes to Halloween Horror Nights, I think there's a community there for Halloween Horror Nights, and it's a big community. There is some anticipation with some people. They do get a bit irate and upset about certain things, and we don't want this, and they want this, and they want that. But in general, it's a very nice community. People like to talk to each other. Just hang on 1 second. My computer is doing do not
Yes,
disturb.
people. Actually,
Uh,
do you remember that time we met that podcaster with his friends? Like, I've got names. You know what I'm like with names, Simon.
yeah, it
When he
was Matt from
give a shout out.
Neozaz from the original and the only Halloween Horror Nights podcast that was out there at the time, the Catacombs of Halloween Horror Nights. Please bring it back, guys. Come on, Hunter. I know you're the one in charge of it now. But yeah, they were the OGs with Matt and Quint, and we met Matt that night. It was actually funny story. It was really. Julie wasn't feeling too well, I think I messaged you.
Yeah. We was at Mo's, weren't we?
Yeah, I think I messaged you and just said, I'm going to Halloween Horror Nights. Julie's not feeling up for it. Are you coming out? And you came out. And then I randomly messaged Matt and said, are you in the parks at this time? And he happened to be there. And he was with two of his friends from, I think they were both from New Jersey, weren't they?
One was, yeah, I think they were both ex-army. One was an ex-police officer, and the one we
Yeah,
can't
one
tell you
was a
the
state
police officer
trooper.
stories. Can't tell you
Yeah,
any stories. Wow,
the state trooper. He had some
legend.
very good stories. And literally all we did for the whole 4 hours, I think we were there, 4 hours, we
I think
had
we did one house with him. One
one
house.
house, one house and drinks.
Yes,
And
and
then,
if I remember right, didn't he make up with a ex-podcast host as well while we were there? Which
yeah, I won't
at the
mention
time
that.
was a was a big
Yeah,
story at the time.
yeah, it was a big thing going on. They had fallen out, but then there's other things that have happened since. So I won't mention that person's name because it's kind of tainted now. But there was a reunion, as to say, and that just shows what the community is. It's like they've fallen out. They met randomly at Halloween Horror Nights, and then there was loads. I think about 6 or 7 people turned up, didn't
There's all
there?
hanging around. We
Yeah,
felt like we were the cool kids for 5 minutes.
yeah, and yeah, that's what it kind of is. It's not just about for some people nowadays. This is what I'm going on a tangent like Phil does sometimes, but what people find at the moment, you'll find people want to do house after house after house. I've got to do this house as many times as I can. I've done it 67 times. Who cares?
Just
I
do the same
personally
as I
don't.
did.
You know what I mean? I don't have to have a tally of how many houses I've done. I've gone there for the atmosphere and the enjoyment and the what I call the community side of it, and it's great. So if you ever and if you ever do have any anticipation about Halloween Horror Nights, just shoot myself or Phil a message, and we'll talk you. Talk to you about it, and we'll give you any advice you might want.
And for you
Actually, it might be better doing
newbies,
it to me than Phil because Phil
actually,
just tell you to fuck off.
no, everyone loves some epic field travels, don't you? And I love you too. Mwah. Anyway, people, if you're wondering what Halloween Horror Nights is, obviously we're forgetting this is not the Halloween Horror Events podcast.
Mm.
This is an event at Universal Studios what starts late August and ends just at the beginning of November normally. Basically, 10 houses, 4 or 5 scare zones, all horror and Halloween.
Mhm.
Usually 5 IPs and 5 originals. Go and check it out. You can get single night tickets or you can get seasonal passes. There is different types of seasonal passes. If you want to know all this stuff, go and check out the Halloween Horror Events podcast because I don't want to bore you all with it here when I actually have a podcast as well, what talks about everything Halloween Horror Nights. We would just be repeating ourselves. Literally, we recorded 5 minutes ago, 2 episodes. So that's how it works. So it's really simple. As Simon said, I totally agree. It's not just about the houses and the scares. It is great to watch people, by the way, shit in their pants.
Yeah,
It's some
people
of the
watching.
funniest things you can see. Some of the toughest people you'll see in the park will be the ones screaming and falling over in the houses and
Yeah.
that. And it does happen. I've seen people literally 7 foot tall type of big men. By the end of the house, they're literally running for their lives. These houses as well, details. You will not have another event what gives you more detail on the properties, on movies, series, or originals. It is like being in a movie.
Hmm. Sorry, mate. I'm just getting
He's reading
notifications
something.
here.
So lucky I like talking away to myself, really, isn't it, everyone? So yes, we'll both obviously go into it. I will be meeting Simon there. We're going to meet a few more friends. Ryan from Theme Park Trader podcast is going to be there at the same time. We're meeting him and his dad for a few drinks. Going to meet my ex-podcast host from the shortest podcast I ever did, Doctor Who's Craig Willix. Going to meet up with little clique, a little clique, little clique. I hope we're going to meet up with another YouTuber, the Carb Slayer. He's just hit over 3,000 subscribers. He beat me to it, you bastard. So subscribe, people. Come on,
Huh.
get it. Get me over that line. I want to hit 5,000. That's always been my dream to get to 5,000 subscribers. Um, yeah, so there's a lot of people we're going to meet. Simon's got his own mates. He'll probably get invited to a podcasters party when they won't invite me. Yeah, bastards.
Unfortunately, I already know the date and I'll be flying home that day, so I won't be going.
Well, they can invite me then.
Yeah.
So, by the way, if you see me or Simon out there, especially if you now go and check out the Halloween Horror Events podcast, by the way, if you've had a shot how many times I said Halloween Horror Events, you are now in rehab. So, Simon, don't say anything about this thing because Joe even said
Yeah, but
on my
that's what I'm
lives
saying.
and vlogs.
You've done the plugs now for the year. You won't say it again now.
I will, because I've got to do loads of recording. And actually, people, while I'm and the Halloween horror events podcast shot, um, I'm doing this meta idea of mine. I'm not going to give our ideas away. Simon sort of knows what I'm doing. It's going to be a very interesting podcast. I'm trying to put together Halloween Horror Nights I've seen no one ever do before. I'm hoping it's going to work. But for you people who may not be going this year and think, oh, I might want to go next year to this thing I've never been to, this could be the best way to help you with it, to decide if it's for you. By the way, kids do go to it. Personally, me, I think it should be
Mm.
12 and over. But if you're a young kid and you're brave enough to handle it, by all means, enjoy the event. So, we got anything else you want to talk about? I don't even know how far we're in this. 20 minutes so far. We're
No,
obviously meeting up.
yeah, um,
Simon's going to take me to that shop. I can't remember its name.
yeah. I'm going
So
to take you into Costco because you need,
Costco.
uh,
For my barbecue at the Villatel. And if you want to know about the Villatel where I'm staying, that's the episode before this one. Go and check it out. I talk about it. I tell you about the amenities and that. I also do free TripAdvisor reviews. Free good, free bad. I think I did loads of bad ones because there was loads of them. Some of them were super long and they were
mhm,
bloody annoying.
yeah. So I can just tell you what some of the things I'm going to be doing. I won't tell you when I'm
Yeah,
going
go
and
for it.
doing
Yeah,
them,
go into
but
your holiday quickly before we end this
um,
episode.
well, we've got, like I said, we've got Halloween Horror Nights. We'll also be doing Discovery Cove for the day with the upgraded drinks package
Yeah, again, for
because you have
people
to.
who's on my channel who may not be
Well,
Orlando people, what is Discovery Cove?
Discovery Cove is a all-in-one resort of like theme park. I'm doing air quotes, but it's a resort theme park where you can get to swim with dolphins. That is a chargeable part. You can go there without the dolphin swim, where you get all your amenities for free: your food, your drink, sun cream, towels, and you get to swim with stingrays and tropical fish. And you also get to go around like a lazy river that they have where they have otters around there as
Oh,
well.
never knew that.
And they've got beaches. Yeah, and it's just a nice thing to do on a relaxing day to just recharge your batteries a little bit. But with that, because it is part of the SeaWorld company, if you can get your packages as I just want to do Discovery Cove with the swim or without the swim, with a day at SeaWorld or Aquatica or Busch Gardens, or you can get a ticket that covers your your day at Discovery Cove and a 14-day ticket with parking for SeaWorld, Busch Gardens, and Aquatica. That's the reason
See,
why we've done it.
you and me are doing SeaWorld a little differently, aren't you? I'm not doing
Yeah,
SeaWorld through the daytime. I'm going to
no,
another horror event called Hallow Scream. It looks interesting this
I,
year, but it's not selling well. I can tell by the tickets. But
yeah,
I go more see the scares, see the few haunted houses. But I go for the roller coasters at night time because they
yeah,
are fantastic at night.
yeah. But I will be doing SeaWorld as well, and Busch Gardens. I will be taking a trip out to Tampa,
Yeah, again, Busch
driving down
Gardens.
there.
What is Busch Gardens for the newbies?
It is
Nice burp.
a yeah, it is a technically it's a zoo stroke theme park. That's the easiest way you can answer it. It's
So
got
things
roller
like
coasters.
lions and that.
Yeah, it's got your land. It's got a safari there. It's got lions, elephants, tigers, all loads of different animals, and it's got some major and some fantastic roller coasters there as well. Got my
Some of the best.
favourite in
And
the
that's
country.
in Tampa, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in Tampa. Well,
It's
it's
a bit
just
of a.
outside of Tampa. It's about an hour and 25-minute drive from Orlando if you get a clean run. So
There we go. And
we'll be
anywhere
doing
else you
that.
going?
We're doing stuff on International Drive rather than just doing Universal.
We're trying that top bar as well, aren't we? The one on
Hopefully,
right top of the
yeah, if we
building.
find the time, we'll get up to
You
that
need to bring your
do top
photography
bar.
camera for that.
Yeah.
Disney
Anything
nights,
else?
anything at Disney?
Yeah, just doing one night at Disney. Going to be doing Mickey's Not So Scary. Get the Disney fix for Julie. If you're wondering, Julie is my partner. She is a massive Disney freak, but she even says it's too expensive to go. So we're just going to go for the one night for Mickey's Not So Scary, which Mickey's Not So Scary is a kids version of horror. The park closes to the
It's a
public at
Halloween. It's not horror,
yeah,
it's Halloween.
well, Halloween. Yeah, it's a Halloween party. The you can get if you buy a ticket for Mickey's Not So Scary, you can get in at 4. The park shuts at 7 to the day guests, and you get to stay there till midnight or 1 o'clock, depending on the closing times. And you can go trick or treating, you can go on the rides. You get to see the park in some fantastic lighting. Usually rains, so always bring a poncho with you. Most Mickey's Not So Scary It Always Rains, but it is a good way to get Magic Kingdom fix for a little bit cheaper than a day ticket, and it's usually a little bit quieter. But the last few years, it has been absolutely mental. But you can get some free candy, go
It's
trick or
not
treating.
free. You've paid for that candy. I
Well,
don't care what
yeah,
anybody
but
says.
it's
You
it's
can,
an
oh, by the
it's
way,
a, it's an
Simon,
extra. Go on.
to say that you got a SeaWorld Day Pass, you know you can buy a tote bag in there. You can get candy for free in SeaWorld as well.
Yes, only weekends,
Ah,
Friday,
so
Saturday, Sunday. That's the
I
catch.
used to, yeah, I used to do it, but we're not doing it obviously this year.
It's only
There's nothing
Friday,
else.
Saturday, Sundays you
Obviously,
can do it then.
I think you're coming over to mine for a barbecue at some point as well,
Yeah,
which should be
at some
good.
point, yeah.
There'll be a lot of barbecues. I've got to pay for that soon, funny enough. And you're doing
Yeah.
Epic Universe, Universal.
Do an Epic Universe with an Express for one day. I'm going to try out what the Express works like. Kind of bought that well before all the issues we're going through at the moment, which you don't need to be bored about and you don't need to know about them ones.
And when you do see Simon, and if you do see him, obviously it's easier if you're watching this on YouTube. Also,
Mhm.
make sure you say to him, Epic Field Travels is fantastic, and he'll roll his eyes, and it'll make my day.
As I just did right then.
Yes, Simon and me have known each other for years, so the joke's going on. We actually go on holiday.
Actually,
If you
we
actually, you should know Simon, some of you, because you probably watch him on the vlogs in Tenerife.
yeah, well, I'll tell you what, we'll tell you a funny story. We actually met through Halloween Horror Nights, through a different podcast, and we actually met our first time at Halloween Horror Nights outside Jimmy Fallon.
I started COVID.
Yeah,
I am so sure about this.
yeah,
So
but
people, if you want to
that
know,
was before then.
yeah, if you want to
We
know the
met
story,
before then.
we did a meet up with Universal Dis After Dark people, Craig Lucas, Nick, Boston White, wish she'd come back to podcasting, and many more of them. We that was my last night, my holiday of the holiday, and I showed. Obviously, we met before then, but proper chatting for ages and ages. Everyone was getting drunk, and I was there dying. And then a few months later, the world shut down for COVID.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was me. I'm positive I started COVID.
Yeah, probably.
So yeah, we met at Halloween Horror. That's where we met Joe as well, wasn't it? Oh, Halloween Horror Event podcast
Yes.
friend.
Um, I think I met Joe first, didn't I?
You met Joe before me. I was in the
Yeah,
queue for a house.
he randomly shouted at me outside of the Fast and Furious, I think.
Yes.
Um, yeah, and that's where our now with the three hosts is me, you, and Joe do Halloween
So
horror events.
before we go, it's just you and Julie going this year. So let's explain to people there's no kids in
Yes,
that. Like I'm with 9 people. This is so our holidays, even though at the same time, are vastly different.
yeah, it's just me and Julie with no kids, so a little bit less expense. I will let you know I am flying business class on the way into Florida. So just rub that in a little bit. But it was actually a deal. It was a decent deal for the flights. 'Cause I have done premium economy and upper class with with Virgin, and obviously this one's business class with Aer Lingus. So I like to compare the different two, but I don't pay more than you should. This was well a relatively bargain to be fair.
And as
So
this is a travel podcast, you got any future travels planned?
yes, I've got another week in Florida in March next year, and I'll be
Yep.
staying at the
Ha-
Helios for a whole week.
Haven't you got something before that as well? Disneyland?
Oh yes, I got Disneyland Paris in October, on site at the Sequoia Lodge, trying to get the Halloween fix for Disney. Because I don't know if your listeners or viewers will agree with me, but I think Disneyland Paris is better than Magic Kingdom.
It's
Sorry,
definitely
people,
more
but
beautiful. And me and Simon
yeah.
have, I'm not hiding this from you people. There's going to be changes to my challenge. I can't get to Tenerife as much. We are actually going with each other, me and Simon. In June, he's only there
Mhm.
for 8 nights. I'm,
Yes, 8 nights.
I think I'm 11 nights because I'm not flying in the same day as Simon now. I'm letting him have a night with Julie on
Night on
their
my
own.
own.
And then we've got a two-bedroom apartment in Los Cristianos at the, what resort again it's called? Um,
Uh,
Christian Sir.
yeah, that's all.
And then he buggers off, and then me and my mate Danny are going to be staying at the K in Columbus. Danny's flying out as the day he flies home, so I'm staying a bit longer. Obviously, World
Hmm.
Cup football, loads of drinking, loads of restaurants, loads of hotel tours, and all that coming again, guys.
Food,
Simon will be on the
alcohol, and
lines with me.
beverages,
Yeah,
making this double
food.
chin even bigger.
Yes, so we got that as well. We'll probably go to Orlando next year in September again. I'll say I won't go, and I will go. Um, But yeah,
Yeah,
that's
well,
pretty much it.
we've got nothing planned after that. September maybe just a week from what we're thinking. We're planning at the moment. We're not planning to go for too long because we
He'll
might be
go for 10.
using.
He'll go for 10 days.
Yeah,
Horror Nights okay, take him.
it depends. It depends on what there is at the event.
I'm only going to do
But
2 weeks next year at Horror Nights. So this year's
mm,
obviously 3 weeks. Um, what was I going to say as well? Next episode, people. Well, not the next one, but a future one. I have actually have the other Halloween horror events podcast host, Joe. He's coming on, and his holiday's different as well. Only two of them going, like Simon, but that's him and his, I believe, 10 or 11-year-old son, who's
yeah,
going. So that should be fantastic. So that'll be
it will
another
be.
one. Joe's very different as well. So that will be not different in a bad way. That's what I said there. So that'd be interesting. Simon, do you want to quickly give a plug to your socials and Instagram for your photos, and then HE's podcast socials?
Well, just do the ones on HHE. It will be at HHE Pod 1 on Facebook, Instagram, and X, and at HHE Pod 1 on TikTok. And you can also find us on YouTube because the videos will be on there as well. Just search Halloween Horror Events Podcast. If you want to follow me on Instagram, you can do. It was supposed to be a vlogging channel, but I cannot be bothered with the vlogging side of it. It is Time Travel Duo on Instagram, and there's a page on Facebook as well. So everything I put on Instagram goes straight to Facebook, so you can look at them both. And same on X, it's at Time Travel Duo.
Stop using that shit. I did. Not because I don't, because there's too many things to use. And obviously, people, thank you for this episode. The next episode hopefully should be my plans really what I plan to do with me and my family out there, so that one should interest you as well. What I think could go wrong and will go wrong, I guarantee it. Obviously follow me on the socials. It's very simple: at TikTok, YouTube, Facebook like page, Instagram as well, at Epic Phill Travels. That couldn't be more simple, really, could it, guys? Don't forget to like, subscribe to this podcast on Epic Field Travels on YouTube and TikTok. And if you're listening on your favorite podcast app, as Simon would say, on Halloween horror events, please give me the best review you can possibly give me out there. That helped the show grow in all these different places. And as I say, with this show, there's going to be daily diaries. So they're going to be the fun, raw deals on this podcast. Obviously, on Epic Field Travels, we will have the vlogs as normal, tours of hotels, restaurants, and things like that, and lives. But the daily diaries, they're going to be on Epic Travels podcast. Simon, thanks for coming on, mate. Can't wait to see you in September. Do you want to do your tatty
No problem.
bye bye?
No, I've got one for you.
Go on then.
Have fun in the sun, but stay safe.
Oh, I like that. And obviously for me, stay epic.